Hi there, it's Kevin with GatheringMagic.com, here with match number 1 with our Skred Red. This is definitely keepable hand. We have 3 lands and 2 relics that we can at least cycle against decks that are, we can cycle them against. We have a Roast and a Pia and Kiran Nalaar. So it's basically everything the hand wants to have in the opening hand. Control, either clogging the board with Pia or just acting as an aggressive card. Not very vulnerable to a Thoughtseize because they'll probably take the Pia, or Pia, however you say this card. And we draw into another land, which is okay. I mean, the more lands, the merrier, against plenty of decks that if they are going to be playing the late game, he didn't have a first turn play, that we can just start getting advantage out of Scrying Sheets. So we'll just make him exile the Bloodstained Mire. I, again, don't know if this is relevant or not, but it's nice if it is a Delirium deck or any other graveyard-based strategy. So he'll get a Stomping Ground, so this really makes me think John, but again, there's so many decks that Suicide do that can run this similar type of cards. So there's another fetch land. Again, this is really good versus Become Immense too. So we're keeping his Become Immense down. And then we'll see if it's like a Goyf. I don't even think I care about a Goyf if it's a Goyf. Alright, so in Explore, this is most likely Scapeshift. So this is a terrible matchup for us. As Scapeshift is the one like glaring weak matchup. We can still find a Blood Moon to at least try to deal with it. I'm just going to exile to try to draw a card. We find another relic, which is not what we want to see. So we're very behind on this game, and I don't think we're going to be able to race it. We need to draw into a Koth as soon as possible. There's the Valakut. So actually, if we draw into a Blood Moon, we should be okay. So I need to just keep cycling for a Blood Moon. Usually they do have ways to deal with it. So Search for Tomorrow is going to find another mountain. He's leaving himself vulnerable to a Blood Moon here, though. But they do have like alternate strategies to win this through their Primeval Titan. So really, it's pretty much either Blood Moon or bust here. Mizzium Mortars is not a good card. We'll exile the Relic. Oh, so close. So close. We're 1 off from finding the Blood Moon. And I'm not sure that we're going to be able to... Yeah, because either a Primeval Titan's going to come down, which is probably going to be too much for us to deal with, or a Scapeshift and just kill us here. So there's a Primeval Titan. Which finds a Valakut probably. Yeah, and a mountain, which the mountain will... Okay, so he doesn't do any damage this turn. So we will Blood Moon next turn. Oh, he does do damage here. No, yeah, it doesn't have haste. Okay, so... Yeah, we need to Blood Moon. Close. We can almost deal with the Primeval Titan, too. So, I will just Blood Moon. And we'll be taking 6. And he's going to be able to thin out his deck and do a bazillion things with his mana. But that at least keeps us alive. And we'll be able to roast and kill his Primeval Titan next turn. Hopefully it's just not another Primeval Titan. Baloth, that's something that we can take care of a turn after that. Oh, we can actually take care of both? Yeah, we're fine. So close to actually overloading this. So I think I'm just going to Mizzium Mortars. No, we'll double Lightning Bolt the Primeval Titan. And just Skred that off. So actually we're in okay shape. Depending on if he continues to throw out threats. So he's going to Farseek. Which thins out his deck. I mean, he's probably got all of the lands in his his deck now out. We'll find another. We'll Pia and Kiran Nalaar here and keep up a Skred. So we can deal with another Primeval Titan. We can actually deal with an Inferno Titan if we draw another land, especially. And he'll Anger, sure. Which takes care of our Pia and Kiran Nalaar, and it's just off to the who can top deck better. Our opponent does have the ability to. I will put out the other Blood Moon. Just as kind of padding if he does have any sort of enchantment removal. So, I don't even know if I throw another one out if he's got another Anger. I think I do. I mean, we need to draw Koth as soon as possible. Yep, there's another Anger. So heavy Anger base deck. Still 2 cards in our opponent's hand. And there's a secure Tri-Builder. And still don't find one of our later game removal spells. Opponent does not find anything but lands. But neither are we. So this is where Scrying Sheets can't activate, of course, because of the Blood Moon. A Batterskull would be decent here. No point not to use an Anger. I guess I could wait. But, yeah. Still need to find that Chandra, that Eternal Scourge. One of those type of cards. But I wonder if they also have a lot of ramp cards in their deck. He could be just stuck with those in his hand. And there's the beautiful Koth. Not going to Skred down to land, of course, because he's got a bazillion lands. Down to an 18. Got to think double Lightning Bolt is very real. And Explore. Still has 3 Primeval Titans and some obstinate Baloths. Of course, that is not a good draw either, an Anger. He's down to 14, and he has to deal with Koth this turn. And if he does not deal with Koth, we just win the game. So I can take it down to 6. That's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Draw a land. Would be 8 if I just sort of double bolt him. I think I'll double bolt him end a turn here. And now if we draw a land, we just win. Well, we'll go for this. So he has 1 turn to live because he's at 1. Oh, jeez. He finds an Emrakul. That is crazy. Ouch. So he gets down to a 1 and he finds an Emrakul to win the game. I don't think I can deal with it either because it's 15-15 Annihilator. Yep. And we're at 12. So that is not... So an Emrakul is in here. So it's through the Breach deck rather than Scapeshift. And yeah, we missed the land drop there too. And I believe we just die with Emrakul swinging in. So an end of turn summoning trap. Yep. Finding an Emrakul. So I guess, no, there's no way I could have done anything against that. We'll lose that game. Down just 1 life. We got him down to 1 life. Needed to find another land a little bit earlier. We'll bring in Stormbreath Dragon in this match just because we do need a way to interact. We'll bring in the Molten Rains. The Angers can 100% come out. The Sudden Shocks are actually good versus Secure Tri-Builder, and they can do damage directly to the face. So I think they're just better than... Mizzium Mortars and Roast, though, were nice to kill off the Obstinate Balos, but I'm not sure we need them. Either of them, actually. I mean, they're good against turning lands and then killing cards. I mean, maybe it's just better than Relics, so we can take out Relics for sure. And then we can bring in the Sudden Shocks. Yeah, I'm okay with this. Bring in Sudden Shocks, and we can keep in the Mizzium Mortars and the Roast, even though they are kind of dead cards against it. But everything else stays in, and we'll just submit this. So I'm sure he'll bring in some anti-Blood Moon cards, but that was an insanely close game. Just 1 more turn and we had it. Or a top deck. We were top deck away or a turn away. Alright, yes, I like to play first. I don't think we keep this. I don't think that it can... Yeah, this is a little bit better with a Mind Stone. Well, I mulled that because it was just heavy on the lands, and we didn't have a Blood Moon. I don't want a Lightning Bolt. But... I mean, Blood Moon's our really only saving grace here. Molten Rain's actually pretty good, too, to kind of keep our opponent back. And he does have the Search for Tomorrow. Those are the draws you want to avoid. But we will have a Pia and Kiran Nalaar out. This is where if this was a Koth instead of a Pia, this game could actually be ours. Just, it's quick. But the Tri-Builder is going to play a little bit of a defensive role. We draw into land, which is something I did not want to see. Start off good here with the Thopters and the Pia and Kiran Nalaar. Of course, we draw into that second one that I don't want. And the Search for Tomorrow is going to pop pretty soon. And finding that other red, see if he's got the Anger. Just an Explore. And Explore. And did not find a land, so we're in very great shape from that. Found another land ourselves. We'll go ahead, crack the Mind Stone to draw a card. That is not good. So we're desperate as well, and attacking for 4. So he's down to a 15. And now he's in the opposite as he was last game, missing all of his land drops. Does find one now. Goes down to 14, though, if he cracks the Bloodstained Mire. And he's still 1 away from casting a Primeval Titan. There's another Search for Tomorrow. We'll kill a Thopter to do 2 damage. And we lose the rest of them. So he's down to the 12. Koth would be a wonderful draw. Stormbreath Dragon actually is a very good draw too. Down to an 8. But a Primeval Titan just wins in the game here. Just a Baloth. That's actually not as bad because we can Skred it. So it gave him a turn. If I care to Skred, I think that we just go Koth the Hammer. No, we can do both. I can do Koth, negative Koth, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it generates 6, 7. That'd do 7. We're 1 off again. That'd do 3 damage, take him down to a 9, and then take him down to a 2. So I actually do think it's Skred on the Baloth. Koth. See which one's newly controlled. There's a newly controlled one, so one of these. So untap one of these middle ones. Get him down to 4. He would have used the Primeval Titan if he had one last game. So it's Scape Shift we need to avoid. Through the Breach, I'm not as worried about. Because we survived this attack. And the Stormbreath Dragon gets the job done. Alrighty, so we will go on to game number 3. I think just run what we're running is actually the right move. We'll submit this. There's a Blood Moon. I think we keep a Blood Moon no matter what. We have a Skred Mizzium Mortars that's terrible, but we'll keep it. This hand keeps him honest. But he does have the Search for Tomorrow hand, which this on the play it's even harder to beat it, or on the draw. There's a Valakut, though, that we do get advantage out of. A Roast is still not a card we want. Goes and gets his other Forest, which is smart. A Farseek, which is also smart. Mind Stone, of course, would have been nice last turn. So I do think we still Blood Moon. But I should have a... They should bring in an enchantment removal. Explore. Finds another Valakut. Another Farseek. There's another Blood Moon. I think that we'll just play the Mind Stone and a land, though. And then possibly just crack the Mind Stone. No, we don't need to do it this turn. We can do it end of turn. Actually, we'll just put out another Blood Moon. So there's another Valakut. See if he's got the Primeval Titan. He does have the Primeval Titan, which can go get 2 more lands. We will be able to roast Skred off the Primeval Titan. But this is definitely not looking good. As we don't have a finisher here. Probably just roast Mortars over roast Skred. But the Through the Breach into Emrakul, of course, is pretty threatening. We have to switch gears here. We have to race him. So the Mind Stone goes out the door. Finds another Mind Stone that we can at least get rid of that. We'll play Mind Stone, crack a Mind Stone. And we are not drawing any gas. And it looks like he's got the Summoning Trap. He finds Emrakul again, and that is game. So close matchup. That first matchup, of course, we want back. Of course, lose my first match, but that's the tough match for Skred. He's kind of like the ramp or the combo-based decks, the ones that can't quite race or slow him down without a Blood Moon early. And the double Blood Moon there was just, of course, with a Search Tomorrow, just too little too late. And then not having any finishers or any pressure. I think we had to keep that Blood Moon hand, though. Anyway, we'll go on to the next match. This has been Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching.